Well, we're very excited about this season. I mean, for one, being voted as the preseason favorite for the conference championship is always exciting. You know, we're coming off of our 10th consecutive conference championship title season. Yeah, at the same time, every year is a new challenge. That's one of the things we talked about the very first day. We graduated a bigger class last year. I think it was 8 women that we graduated. So that's a lot of points between those 8 women. Jillian Breckenridge has done a great job over the course of her 4 years, scoring at the conference championships every year. Sarah Haley has been a really nice captain for our team this year. Great leadership, and she scored some points over the course of her career so far. Abby Spiker was an addition to our team last year, who came out. She was a water polo player. She was originally recruited to swim here, but waited until her junior year to join us. And she really, now that she's had a year under her belt, she's really looks really very strong in the water. Her strokes are really starting to develop, and I'm really expecting some really great things from her. And then Gretchen Stockslater has just been just a real calming force. She works really hard to improve, and I think that that there's like we talk about, every person on our team plays a role, and I think with Gretchen, she's always striving to break into that conference roster. And the example that she sets and the work ethic and her attitude and everything, she's had a great, tremendous impact on our team as well. But really the reality is that the strength of our team right now is the junior class. We're returning national champion Ann Shirley Dasso from the 200 butterfly. She was also the national runner-up in the 100 fly. So it's very exciting to see what she's going to be able to accomplish. Hopefully our first female swimmer in the 200 fly to go under 2 minutes. That'd be a huge milestone to be able to take down. We also have Britt Beyer and Danielle Ledyard, who were both national qualifiers last year. They're both returning. Kimmy Wendell-Schaefer is aiming to be able to compete for that breaststroke leg of the medley relays. She's done a tremendous job over the years, as has Kaylin Frobel, who was at one point, she was our school record holder in the 200 breaststroke. Although last year's graduating senior Megan Crutcher took that record down last year. So Kaylin really is driven to try and re-establish her name on the school record board. Quite a few other juniors that are going to play a role. Miriam Tan has done a great job with her diving. Leona Bentley has the potential to be a strong contributor in the freestyle events. That group is very strong, very deep, and is going to play a big role in the direction of our team this year. What was interesting about the sophomore class last year, while there wasn't necessarily a standout coming in, like Ann Shirley, Heather Russell and Allie Ferris-Scalise and Denali Hutzelman, Anna Emmons, they all had showed tremendous development over the course of last year, and I'm really excited to see that success has bred a lot of confidence in those women, and I'm really excited to see where they develop over the course of this year. As far as the freshmen go, it's always difficult at this time of year to say who's going to step up, who's going to develop. But they're still integrating. We don't have any college times on them yet, although our first meet is coming up next week. They've really assimilated themselves. They're working hard. They're in the weight room. They're doing all these new things. I can tell they're tired, but they're maintaining a great attitude, and I can already see a lot of development from the freshman women. Yeah, as far as the conference goes, we won by a nice margin, comfortable margin last year, but you really never know. A few years ago, the meet came down to 6.5 points. It came down to the last event. That could very well happen this year. The composition of the conference is different. We have less divers than we did a year ago. Westminster has more divers than they did a year ago. St. Vincent didn't graduate very many people from their senior in a senior class last year. But and they've had a tradition these last few years of bringing in some very strong swimmers. We lost to St. Vincent in the dual meet a year ago. So there's a lot of challenges that we're going to have to really strive to work and try to make sure that we do everything we can to finish on top in February. Well, the keys to our success this year are definitely going to be the continued leadership of the juniors and seniors. Ann Shirley can't do more than she's already doing. She won all 3 of her events. So it's going to be a matter of some other women stepping up. Some of the people that we graduated last year, Abby Knoll, Mary Robison, Hannah Shoemaker, Bree Darnell, they all were the same kind of swimmer and diver that our freshmen are now, where they weren't heralded athletes coming out of high school necessarily, but they really developed very well and made a lot of progress. And so that's the kind of thing that we need to continue to see out of all of our athletes, that they continue to strive to improve, they continue to try to get better, that they're supportive of each other, and as they continue to lift each other up, that they'll be able to achieve best times at the end of the year and bring home a championship.